What if I told you the ancient world had a computer? One capable of predicting eclipses and planetary movements with incredible accuracy, centuries before anything comparable was invented. Buried at the bottom of the sea for nearly 2,000 years, this mind-boggling device challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. Prepare to have your perceptions shattered. This is the story of the Antikythera Mechanism. Our story begins in the year 1900. A group of Greek sponge divers is blown off course by a storm. They take shelter near the small island of Antikythera. When the storm clears, they dive hoping for sponges. Instead, they find a Roman-era shipwreck littered with bronze and marble statues. It was the first major underwater archaeological dig in history. And among the treasures they found this, a calcified, corroded lump of bronze about the size of a shoebox. For decades, it sat in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, overshadowed by the glamorous statues. Most people assumed it was a broken part of a clock, or maybe just junk. But as the decades passed, a few researchers just couldn't let it go. They began to notice gears, not just one or two, but a whole system of them, packed together with a density that seemed impossible. The shock set in. This wasn't junk. This was a technological marvel, a machine that by all accounts simply shouldn't exist. So, what was it? This wasn't just a few simple cogs. As researchers peered inside, they found an intricate system of at least 30 precisely interlocking bronze gears. And this is where your mind gets blown. Inside this box is a differential gear. That's a set of gears that can add or subtract different rotational speeds. It's the kind of complex engineering that's essential for a car's transmission. It's a concept that wouldn't reappear on Earth for over 1,400 years in the cathedral clocks of medieval Europe. This device wasn't just tracking time. It was a complex, analog computer that modeled the entire cosmos. It could predict the position of the sun, the moon, and the 5 planets known to the ancients. It even accounted for the moon's subtle, irregular orbit, a fiendishly complex calculation. We knew the ancient Greeks were brilliant philosophers and mathematicians, but this is precision engineering on a level we thought was reserved for the Renaissance. It fundamentally shatters our preconceived notions of what they were capable of. For a century, the mechanism held its secrets. The fragments were so corroded that 80% of the text on it was totally unreadable. But in the 2000s, a revolution in technology finally let us crack the code. Scientists used high-tech 3D X-ray scanning and surface imaging to peer inside the layers of corrosion. What they found was staggering. Thousands of tiny, hidden Greek letters, essentially an instruction manual etched right into the metal. The front dial, we now know, was the master display. It showed the Greek zodiac and the Egyptian calendar. But the back dials were the real genius. One was a Saros dial, which could predict the exact month, day, and hour of a future solar or lunar eclipse. Another was an Olympiad dial, a 4-year tracker for the cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. It wasn't just a scientific tool, it was a social and cultural calculator. Using this data, teams around the world have built stunning, working replicas. They proved it. Turn one crank and the entire cosmos, as the Greeks knew it, plays out in front of your eyes. This raises the most profound and unsettling question of all. If the ancient Greeks had this level of technology, where did it go? This device represents a great hiatus, a total gap in our technological history of over 1,000 years. What happened to this knowledge? Was it lost in a fire, like the legendary Library of Alexandria? Was it a closely guarded secret, held by only a few craftsmen, and simply forgotten? It's a chilling reminder that history isn't a simple, straight line of progress. Knowledge can be lost. Civilizations can forget. The Antikythera Mechanism is proof of a lost peak of human ingenuity, a branch of technology that withered and died, only to be reinvented a millennium later. What else might we have forgotten? Even after 120 years of study, the mystery isn't fully solved. We still don't know who built it. The theories are tantalizing. Some say it's connected to the school of the great inventor Archimedes. Others point to the island of Rhodes, the home of the astronomer Hipparchus, who first described the moon's irregular orbit. But the true creator remains an anonymous genius. And the biggest question, Was it one of a kind? The mechanism was found on a Roman cargo ship, likely heading to Rome as plunder. Is it possible that this was just one of many? Are there other similar devices still out there, lying in the dark, waiting to rewrite history all over again? The Antikythera Mechanism is more than just an artifact. It's a challenge to our assumptions. It's a message in a bottle from 2,000 years ago, reminding us that our ancestors were more brilliant than we can possibly imagine. The quest to understand it, and to find others like it, is far from over. Thanks for watching. If you found this as mind-blowing as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into the mysteries of the past. See you next time.